Acha-Tugi man were there for house. All Tugi mommy were there for house. All Tugi boy, all Tugi girl. We Papa Chief for Acha-Tugi were there for house. Today, na number 3 day for the month of May 2023. We go start this day with prayer, where we go see and for down so and go talk for country talk. Meantime, as all we know, this one now we history lesson 103. History lesson 103. I go talk the first part for Meta, finish. Then with Big Papa talk, it finish. Then I go come back. I can talk the profile for the power with Big Papa talk about. I will can then talk a profile for Pigeon. But Acha-Tugi ni inga nep. But from bakwa. Mujim ni inga nep. But for zia. Te chong ye ni tat nga mufi mu me. Echina bakagani te wumbi. But tar put an a tum de china no bang ye. Makanima ye mazo. But to put on a pain brimbintat. Bon wumbi was over put fe. Tigani. And one is on Bazira Bakoni. Were na kubra. En report on to tuma des on zone babong of ziguna were no kubra a zoba never yeguna. I mean we are caught more. We call a kang. Kai which other Timogam Wimbamba Gapchenberg gab Bible ni we Abraham and Yamba about one more Isaac Jacob Bumagan Wimba Marimba we call a kang. Ayechin Baba Bender Siagani, Wimbamba, King Bentagan, Wimbamba, I am we corkan, Kai which other. So I want us on Bazira Baconi, picture on Bazira Baconi, I regani, Anuzo, as the to Fuunga, for music, for a new, Werner Ninga Chambi, I mean we call. Owumbina, Owanjimina, Owunabo Jing, Owunabo Twang, Owunitari Kewu, Owugwangoma too, were Rabba Buma Jim, Ramba Kerry, Ramba Bo, Wokoran, Fetan, and Mbibo, Chiegamo, Fribetan. Ayanga mwe faracha almye azora zuoni nje ayene nganyamni yinga ne bangop mayi ban mukuma beng te garu wo woni te brezu ngamne bamba ayene no ma bretu romora Amba ni nganep abo mbamba mbene fakane turner agama uzo gamara agamu wukufibi 100 years old pa Michael Fonyam Gwana pa Michael Fonyam Gwana Ngam when murder gamugun. Ayewa weira question when Bam Jim Beer Bonnie Papa Lucas Turbo Asanga. One bo bon pa Asanga G Akawe Bazat Gungamara. It's one to the Bachoni.
Good day. This is February the 22nd, 2022. My name is Robert. I'm going to be discussing with my dad, Pa Michael Ngwana. Michael Fonyam. So, Papa, as we start, I would like to tell them what is your age?
I'm 19, 20.
Papa?
My age is, I was born in 1924. So I'm almost 2002.
Okay. So you're like 97?
Yes, about 97.
97, okay.
No, I'm almost getting to only one year and a half. Yes, 97. Not put down 97.
Okay. So I'm going to be going. They were just have been delegated to, go over a few issues, not issues, a few history with regards to Acha-Tugi. So there is one gentleman, Lucas Asanga. Are you older than him?
Yes.
Okay. How old?
Well, I don't know when he was born, so I'm older than him because he was born even when the father was a friend to me.
Okay.
When the father used to sleep with me, even in Nimbe.
Okay.
So I'm above even the father.
Oh, you are even older than the father?
Yes.
Okay. So I understand he's wanting to become a chief. Are you aware of any reason why he's trying to become a chief, and of which village?
There are two Asang. The one who was a cooperative inspector, or was working with cooperative, is not a member of that family. He only acquired that name like how somebody born with his name. That one who was working with cooperative is not a member of that family, and he is not one. But this one who is talking now is a member of the family born by the one who took over from the father whom I knew. The son who is looking now is born by the second chief. Where I know the second head. He was not a chief. He was a village head, quarter head.
Quarter head. Okay.
Yes, Asanga was a quarter head to Mbakwa.
Okay.
You understand?
Yes.
Mbakwa was the chief of both Tugi and Acha. But Asanga was on that place trying to become like a chief. He was dressing like a chief. People knew him as a chief because he was on the main road going to Ngi.
Okay.
Understand? Yes, he was not a chief. He was a quarter head.
Okay, he was a quarter head, not a chief.
Not a chief. He was under Mbakwa.
So you know his father very well, right?
Yes. Grandfather, I know even with the grandfather.
Okay. And
the grandfather handed to the man who was even a friend to me. He slept with me in Nimbe. And that man too was also looking like a chief. He wanted to become a chief. Even the second man, who the first father, wanted was a quarter head, not a chief, under Mbakwa. I think you know that clear. Then this one whom he born became a chief and was my friend. And he slept with me even in Nimbe several times. He should take over as a quarter head.
Okay.
Took over as a quarter head from the father. But the father claimed and was dressing like a chief, but he was not a chief.
Okay. So, but do you remember when Asanga started looking for chieftaincy?
The first one who delivered this one, who probably died on the chair now, started looking immediately. The father died. The father died as a quarter head. He too came up and was assuming that Tugi, Nja and Acha are under him. He wanted to become the relative to control. Then Mbakwa remained in Tugi, which was not accepted by the villagers.
But was that correct?
No, it was not correct. To me, it was not correct. And then to the villagers, it was not correct. Because originally, when they landed there, it was Mbakwa covering the group, Acha and Nja. They were not Tugi yet.
When was that? What year?
Well, in the early day when I was not even born. When they left, they left from Zhangtebi. All the chiefs in Mitak left from Zangtabi when they came from the Gurukum. You see, all of them traveled from the Gurukum to Zangtabi, all of them. Then 7 of them, they left to start coming. Only none of them went through to Duke, Duke side, because it was a valley where Acha-Tugi was a hill and attached to share people, attached to Ingi. So only two people went that way. Only one even, Bakwa.
Okay.
Bakwa left. Bakwa first settled in Acha. I think you know that. It's in Bakwa. He settled near the church, the old church, if you know the old church near Wana.
Yes.
Then, as the sheep people were encroaching into our land in Tugi, and if Bakwa did not go there, he was also encroaching. Tugi would have lost where they are today.
Okay.
So, Asang was not, and Asang Nja, which actually the quarter head, not even a village, was just a mere quarter head. Nja had now been a chief.
Okay. So, what was his occupation?
Oh,
Asana.
Asang was a mere villager. Apart from moving up and down to do members from houses and so on, he was not educated even. He didn't go to school.
Okay. So, also wanted to find out from you who was Tongwa.
John
Tongwa.
Tongwa.
Go ahead.
Can I remember them? The thing why Asang became popular, because it was on the main road. You understand? And he was always dressing like a chief.
Okay.
And Baka was distant in Tugi.
Okay.
Understand?
So Asanga was.
If I'm not here and you are here, people see you, they will say, "No, we're not that." But whereas I'm not here with you.
Okay.
But when I come here, can you talk? Can you accept that you are Ghana?
No.
That's how it happened.
So because he was Asanga was by
on the main road.
Main road. Okay.
People were passing through his door like they were going to Ngi. Greek people, even me and Mona. Mona, even when I was to go to Ngi, Mona to address people, we reached a town. Say no, it's a quarter area. Must go and greet him. As we went to greet him, they sent police from Bamenda with a land over to send Mona and I should be back to go to Boya. Then he commissioned me to go to here to address the people. Important road had problem with Bakwa. This problem started internally. I wanted to be a chief, to command perhaps Nja. The quarter is Nja. I think you know that. Then Acha. But this could not work because Bakwa was the overall chief of Bakwa first stayed in Acha near that old church. That was when they left Zangtabi. Most of the left Zangtabi, and then they spread. Many of the people who came from Budikum side, they spread. They went to follow me like Kai, where the court is, Wazi. Then this man for Co. Now said they were going. As I come, you have taken this place apart and go somewhere else.
Okay.
So you see, people who went to Bengui were the last people who came from behind.
Oh, okay.
They were living in the land from Zangtabi going like that. As you reach here, you pass and take the next place. Then to only a very small place. I don't know why.
Okay.
Or dismiss the idea that Asang was not qualified to become a chief. Because first and second, he was in a quarter. He had no voice over Acha. He had no voice over Tugi. He was a chief over who? Over a few people who were in there. He was never qualified. He was not qualified. Bakwa was the one who owned the whole place. Both Tugi and Bakwa was at Acha at the time they left Zangtabi and settled there. Bakwa was at Acha near the church, the old church. That's where the palace was. So
do you know the reason why he wanted to become a chief?
Who? Asang? No, he was a very proud man. That's the man who delivered even Lucas Asang. Lucas Asang is the one who brought this problem. But that man was claiming to be a chief because he was on the main road, and he was on the main road when Bakwan left for Tugi. So, and he was always dressing like a chief. He was always acting like a chief. In the absence of Bakwa, who was in Tugi. If Bakwan had remained in Acha, nobody would have known him.
Oh, okay.
Understand? They all came from Zangtebi. And he came as a small man, as a small quarterhead. Bakwan came and only established the village of Tugi, the old Bakwan. Then this man came behind him. And because Bakwan left for Tugi, which is a distance, he felt to have taken over where he was when Bakwan was. And then they could not work by the administration, not by the people. The administration dismissed.
The administration?
Yes, three of them. That time there was one deal commanding the whole Bamenda.
Who was that?
White man, no?
Oh, white man, okay.
The colonial administration was commanding one deal, commanding the whole Meta up to Campbell.
Okay.
I don't hear that. That's very important to show that as our not small quarter, but I mean there way. How could he become quarterhead in there? That was where his power was limited, of talking and so on. But the whole thing, when they came from Zangtebi and started spreading, going to Mediga and this and that, Bakwan remained and came to Acha and built his palace near the church, the old Acha church. It was from the old Acha church that the Ngi, why he went to Tugi was Ngi people were encroaching, coming into the land. I don't know how they get that idea of maintaining, because if he didn't go to Tugi, Tugi would have been under Ngi and Ushe.
Oh, okay. So, did you know Pa Asanga's father?
Yes, my father. He knew him as a small quarterhead Fanja.
And what did he come from?
Oh, they all came from the same direction. They all left Zangtabi. They came from the Gurukum side. According to history, they all left and settled in. All of them there were only 7 of them who left, and then began to spread to go into the interior. Most of them followed the road going to Medik. They followed the valley. You understand? They followed the valley. That's why the first ship was Kai, which is near Zangtebi. Then the second ship is Awaji. I mean, after Kai, you get after Kagere. No, most of the people who came from Widikum, from where they started coming from Manfred side there. And then Zhang was almost, there were only 7 heads Zhang was where they finally settled, and the chief of Zhang, that one, the chief of Zhang was the first chief in the Metaho.
Oh, the chief of Zhang Tabe.
Zhang Tabe.
Oh, okay.
He was number 1 recognized by government.
Okay.
So normally the trouble between Bakwa and Asanga was because Asanga came. That the first time, not this other small one where they just came. The first one was a very huge man, and because Bakwa had left for Tugi, if Bakwa did not go to Tugi, he could not open his mouth to say he's a chief. And number 2, why he became a chief, because it was the main road. People were passing, and then since he was always dressing in a very traditional dress and always talking like a chief, absence of Bakwa, everybody regarded him to deal. And he was very fond of entertainment. He entertained people like a chief, just to get power. But he was never recognized by the villagers. He was not collecting tax. Because in those days they know that you are a child, because you collect tax, go and pay to government and get commission. He never went to pay any tax. Bakwa was the one recognized. That to show the difference.
Okay. So far, do you know when Sanga started looking for chieftaincy?
They started looking for chieftaincy when Bakwa left for Tugi. You understand? When Bakwa left Acha, and Bakwa was an Acha, he came from Zangtebi, the land there, he came and settled at near Wana, where the church was. From the church, that old church into Nacha, the next place was the palace. Then he settled there, and was nowhere to be heard, was nowhere to be seen. But when Bakwa left for Tugi,
what year was that? You remember?
Well, in those early days where I only got this history as I became a little man. I was not even the time they came from Zangtebi to Saturday, was I even born?
Oh, okay.
I was not born. I had a book which even these people have lost. These people who stay in my part. I don't see that book.
Go ahead.
So I cannot tell you I was not born at that time, but I got to see. I saw some of these things through my relationship with Mona. Mona like that. Then I know most of the history. And that book, which if it were here, I would have given to some of you, because sometimes you take this history has been written properly, and I had the book. If I don't see it, those people. But he was always dressing. You know why he was doing so? Because when Bapa left for Turkey.
Tugi, okay.
The important people jailed them. They were carrying even cargo. They were carrying their mat and so on. They were passing through Nja to Nji, through Nja, part to other villages behind there like Oshia and Konda. They were only seen as Asanga.
Okay.
So they regarded Asanga as the chief of the place.
Okay.
That's why his name became famous. He was not collecting tax.
Okay.
Just tell them, he was in Bapa collecting tax and pay.
Okay.
For Nja and Acha and Tugi.
Now we're going to continue after we Papa Michael Fonyam. Ngwana, he don't talk, we don't hear ye well, and not get reason for interpret what you talk because all man hear ye. This diagram where when I see they in black, red, and green, so now the summary where we pick information from all kind place them about we Papa where they call it Lucas Tebo Asanga. As when I see him for this picture, Papa Lucas Tebo Asanga, a baby Pekin, one of the 7 Pekin them for Papa Asanga. When Papa Asanga he die, he give cheer for Papa Anya. Some accident for history can happen. Papa Asanga, Lucas Tebo, he take power from his brother Anya. We talk against an accident for history. I be talk the other day say, na their family issue. Plenty people they know, but we not go talk for here. So, under from away, the quarter head will be the collect tax will be Papa Asanga. When Fonaway come die, Papa Asanga die, the new chief for Tugi, Acha-Tugi, na Fon Andreas for one Bakwa 2. Then the person where it take over from Papa Asanga baby one of the picking them, Papa Anya. But something can happen. Papa Lucas Tebo Asanga, when a Papa Anya his brother, he take over power. As he take over power, he continue for be tax collector and quarter head under Fon Andreas for one Bakwa II. As I be done talk, this information we wanna see them so we hear some from Pa Zacchaeus Ba we wanna be hear ye before. We hear some from Pa Michael Ngwana. Then we read plenty inside book. We don't hear from Papa Zacchaeus Ba. We don't hear from Papa Michael Ngwana. Now, what is there inside book? Make una hear. Una look the picture for up. When I count number 1, 2, 3, 4 star, we don't talk that thing then. Number 5 star, now for day way, things start happen. When I look for number 5 star, things that start change. Now for here where we trouble start. Any man where they hear me, look from star number 5. That line where it get green for day. when Fon Andreas Mbakwa be still there alive, we be still be chief, it be actually be friend for Pa Lucas Turbo Asanga. They be friend them. So when he died for 1954 or 56, I don't forget that, the chair, the throne for Tugi, it be there with small fund. The picking where they be put it for fun, it be still small. From 1954 to 1960, the regent for Acha-Tugi village, baby Papa Wasangju, and it be there for that extreme end for Tugi. When I hear again, from 1954 to 1960, the fund for Tugi, when I found Abraham Chimbakwa, the third, it will still be small picking. So it no be don't take cheer. The regent for the village at that time, it will be Papa Wasanga Nju for Kuniken for Tugi. So during that 6 years, cheer for palace for Tugi, it be there like say, man no be there, it be there empty, because the young fund be still the grow. Now during this open time where power not there for Tugi, because chief be still there young. Now then where Papa Lucas Tebo, he see that empty space, he jump inside. Since when I be don't hear from Papa Michael, Wana, where they talk say, we don't like for be chief. Now, for over 6 years, chief not there Tugi, because it be still the grow. This Papa Lucas Tebo, he jump inside that place. He start to behave like chief. He start to receive people them like chief, because the real chief for Tugi be still be young, it be still the grow. When I look that star number 5, when I see say between 1954 and 1960, where chief no be there for throne for Tugi, because the small picking where they be put on for chair be still the grow. For 1960, now for the way we trouble start. Pa Lucas Tebo, he go attend some Bamenda with the Kum area council for Bamenda upstation, 1960. He reach for day as they make roll call. Now he says give his name. Say it be Mr. Lucas Tebo Asanga from Tugi. When I read them fine. He not talk say it be Chief Lucas Tebo Asanga. Now he says give his name. Mr. Lucas Tebo Asanga of Tugi. No man, no force. When I see number 2 meeting, 1961. He now, it be like say something start the kick for a brain. He go for that same meeting for 1961, 1 year after, for roll call, he talk say, it be Mr. Lucas Tebo Asanga of Acha-Tugi. When I read them fine. He write, he name, for register, for presence. Mr. Lucas Tebo Asanga of Acha-Tugi. The same 1961 for March, he no go that meeting. 1961 for June, he go that same meeting again. Rich talk say, he be Mr. Asanga of Acha-Tugi. When I read them fine. For number July month for 1961, he go that same meeting. He reach again, write the name for register, say he be Mr. Lucas Tebo Asanga of Acha-Tugi. So he start like Lucas Tebo Asanga of Tugi, then Lucas Tebo Asanga of Acha-Tugi, Lucas Tebo Asanga of Acha-Tugi, Lucas Tebo Asanga of Acha-Tugi. One time it be Tugi man, one time, 3 times it be Acha-Tugi man. And he put the name say now Mr. No be chief. But the big thing we are supposed for notice and now say, as EBD attend these meetings, them the talk say be Tugi man. The person will be the shidon for a corner, na Chief J.A. Tabi, the 9th of Zangtabi. Una hear me fine. Mr. Lucas Tebo Asanga of Tugi, ebidi shidong for the same meeting where Chief J.A. Tabi, the 9th of Zangtabi, they did the same meeting. Now, the question. Given, say, for the whole of 1954 to 1961, where Chief no be for throne for Tugi, if Mr. Lucas Tebo Asanga be chief, why not for just call himself chief for those days? When I ask that question, make somebody answer them. If Chief J.A. Tabi, the 9th of Zangtabi, will be there inside that meeting, if he be no say Mr. Lucas Tebo Asanga be chief, why not for tell you say inside this meeting then? Chiefs the day, Ardo the day, why you be chief, you write your name like na Mr. Why the chief of Zangtabi no be ask Mr. Lucas Tebo this question? This thing the doubt we check say, what it can happen after Mr. Lucas Tebo Asanga will be friend for Chief Andreas Fowa Mbakwa number 2. Where they be friends, what it can happen? In now come start one take cheer for Pekin way they put it for throne where still they young. That question till today na mystery. Nobody never answer them. I go end this lesson 103 for talk say 1960 to 63, Papa Lucas Tebo Asanga, it continue for try for push for be big quarterhead where Papa Wasanga Jew for Tugi na regent. It won't be 1963, Papa Lucas Tebo Asanga, something woke up for his head. He talk say, now he want that power in total. 1964, as we go see him for lesson 104, now for the real trouble start. Make una choose me now, make I finish with lesson 103. For Saturday, I go continue with lesson 104. I start from 1964. Now for day way trouble start. Trouble first start now from 1960. It is still talk say be Tugi man. Then it can change talk say be Acha-Tugi. Then something can happen. It start the noun things may talk say it be man. When I see how I change name from Tugi to Acha-Tugi, then when I go here, the one that's where Idwam for 1964. Stay tuned, but bye for now.